She is the rest of us.
7:30 Monday on Friends. Can Joey live with Al?
What is with the really hot stick in the bathroom?
It's a curling iron.
Can Joey live without Al?
My neighbor knitting potholes.
Friends, Monday 7:30 on Win.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much love drives a man insane. You broke my will, but what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
What makes a Hungry Jack's burger a better burger? Is it the fresh ingredients? Is it the Whopper size?
Come on, baby.
Or is it the flame grilled beef?
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
Oh, yeah.
The burgers are better at Hungry Jack's.
InsuranceMyWay.com.au is Australia's first comprehensive online insurance broker. Once you've entered your details, it takes seconds to get a range of quotes from leading companies for home, contents, car or life insurance. You can arrange your policy right there and then. Up to 10 insurance quotes in half the time of a normal commercial.
Broke my windscreen. Broke my windscreen. Woe is me, what shall I do?
Simply phone us. Instant Windscreens.
Instant windscreens fit windscreens, side and rear glass to all types of vehicles. Install van windows and even apply window tinting for cooler driving. All work is fully guaranteed. And with Instant's innovative repair it, you may not even need a new windscreen.
Instant Windscreens is our number. 132 444.
Monday on A Current Affair, exposed. The people smugglers, dumping illegal immigrants on our shores. The dangerous men behind the flood of boat people.
These are people that shouldn't be taken lightly.
A tale of greed, threats and corruption.
How many people have you smuggled to Australia?
Well, you tell me how many.
Plus bargain basement supermarkets coming your way.
It's great news for shoppers.
Cut price competition taking on the big boys.
I think they'd be very nervous.
Saving shoppers up to 40% when Nissan presents A Current Affair.
No, Tony, it'll never work out. I'm Jewish. And you're a killer.
Nudity.
On Spin City Monday.
Your playgroup call. Pool party's on. Don't forget your floaties.
What do you do when you don't get along with a colleague?
Couples counseling.
That should work.
I'm a lame therapist. They didn't prepare me for this at fake doctor school.
Spin City Monday.
When it comes to fun, nothing beats my family feast.
10 pieces of original recipe chicken served up with heaps of sides for just $19.95.
Nobody does chicken like KFC.
Want to wake up to the sounds of the ocean? Then take your next break at Perth's prominent waterfront destination, Hillary's Harbour Resort Apartments, Sorrento Key. Besides spectacular views of the Indian Ocean, Hillary's Harbour Resort Apartments boasts some of the finest appointed accommodation anywhere, as well as attractions and facilities no other resort can match, including great shopping and restaurants, water slides, regular ferries to Rottnest, and of course, Underwater World. So why not pamper yourself? Hillary's Harbour Resort Apartments, Sorrento Key.
InsuranceMyWay.com.au is Australia's first comprehensive online insurance broker. Once you've entered your details, it takes seconds to get a range of quotes from leading companies for home, contents, car or life insurance. You can arrange your policy right there and then. Up to 10 insurance quotes in half the time of a normal commercial.
It's awesome April at Better Electrical. This frost-free fridge from Fisher & Paykel just $1,398. Or this 5-kilo washer, $578. Awesome prices now at Better Electrical. Better!
Monday night at the movies. Starring Brad Pitt.
Well, so much, but it's dry and it's warm.
And Harrison Ford.
You got this over there, don't you?
I thought I was baptized in it.
A white-knuckle thriller.
Do you ever feel guilty about it?
That'll have you on the edge of your seat.
Did you bring this into my house? They're not gonna bring him in. They're gonna kill him.
For the first time on television.
You gotta help me, Frank.
The Devil's Own, 8:30 Monday on Win.
Your colon's confused.
7:30 Tuesday, stay focused. Concentrate. Your moment is approaching. All the laughs are on Australia's funniest home video show, 7:30 Tuesday on Win. 8:30 Sunday.
What's up? Came here to fire you, Jerry.
You are not a loser.
Are you a football player?
Put Jerry Maguire on the phone.
You are the man.
For the first time in my professional life, I'm part of something.
Know what it's like to be me out here for you.
Tom Cruise, Cuba Gooding Jr.
Show me the money.
And Renee Zellweger.
Show me the money!
For the first time on Win Television, Jerry Maguire, 8:30 Sunday.
A 60-minute special
I tried to commit suicide.
unlocking the secret world of teenagers.
You don't want that broadcast, clearly.
Oh, I do.
The pressures, the fears they don't dare tell.
It's about taboo, isn't it?
It all sort of builds up inside you.
I have a dark cloud over me, and it won't leave me alone.
The warning signs. Who's at risk?
I needed someone to take me seriously and to believe me.
Unforgettable personal stories.
I kept the secret. I did that, and he died.
60 Minutes, tonight, 7:30 on Win.
Suzuki Jimny. 1.3-litre engine, CD stereo, air conditioning, enough room to swing a monkey. Get out of the jungle. Get into a Jimny.
It's you. It's me. It's Suzuki.
If your vehicle's taken a beating and you need recycled parts, go no further than Tony's Auto Wreckers. With over 4 acres of all late model vehicles, including 4-wheel drives, you're guaranteed to find the parts you need. And everything you purchase is backed by Tony's conditional 3-month warranty. So who needs new when used parts will do? Wherever, whenever. Tony's Auto Wreckers will get it for you. Tony's Auto Wreckers. They have got what you want.
They say, ready, set, go, and they do the flag. You have to run really fast. Very, very, very fast. Try as hard as you can. Run really fast. Run fast. Between the lines. If you get to the finish, if you go through that finishing line, that's how you win.
Go Harvey Norman for these great sofa bed deals. The Denver Futon Corner package includes a lamp table, 3-seater sofa bed, 2-seater sofa bed and footstool for $9.99. The Volante sofa and sofa bed package is available in a choice of colours, also $9.99. Pay just $22.99 for the Claret sofa and sofa bed package, and the traditional style Brunswick 3-piece sofa bed suite can be yours for $22.99. All this and more.
8:30 tonight.
What's up? Came here to fire you, Jerry.
You are not a loser.
Are you a football player?
Put Jerry Maguire on the phone.
You are the
For
man.
the first time in my professional life, I'm part of something.
Know what it's like to be me out here for you.
Starring Tom Cruise, Cuba Gooding Jr.
Show me the money.
And Renee Zellweger. For the first time on Win Television, Jerry Maguire, 8:30 tonight.
What does it take to be a great performer? Hundreds have tried, but only a few will make the cut.
Starstruck, the new home for Aussie talent, premieres April 8 on Win.
Well, how about hotels? Have you been double-checking the hotel? Why don't you keep a low profile at a hotel?
Because they keep records in hotels, Hobson. Besides...
Tonight,
It'll make a big difference to my life.
the hot seat's fired up. with a new set of punters.
Let's have a look at the question.
How far can they go?
Questions away from winning $1 million.
Find out on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire tonight on Win. 7:30 Monday on Friends. Can Joey live with Al?
What is with the really hot stick in the bathroom?
It's a curling iron.
Can Joey live without Al?
Marty, we're knitting potholes.
Friends, Monday 7:30 on Win.
Broke my windscreen. Broke my windscreen. Woe is me, what shall I do? Simply phone us. Instant windscreens. And we'll fix it just like you. What's a number? What's a number? I can't stand it anymore. It's the windscreens. Is our number 132 444.
Excuse me, your bathroom.
I'm afraid we won't have a toilet until next issue.
What a beautiful house. Your dream doll's house. The doll's house you've always wanted. Do it yourself and decorate it with miniature period furniture. Perfect, down to the last detail. Part 1, a desk and the front balcony for only $6.95. Del Prado.
Mortgage choice. Well, they gave us a shorter time to pay off our loan, to be mortgage free in 4 years, and open up more opportunities for us.
The service was free, which was really good.
Whatever the time of year, it's great to get out into the garden. And what better way to start than with the Garden Guru, the all-round gardening tool that's based on the Kerpa from India. The Garden Guru is the ideal tool for planting, transplanting, weeding, chipping and working the surface to a fine tilth. Plus, it's the easiest way to safely cut through plant ties. Buy one now and you'll be helping needy children in Australia and overseas. Just call into any Mitre 10 or True Value hardware store and ask for the Garden Guru. Your help is appreciated.
Monday on A Current Affair, exposed. The people smugglers, dumping illegal immigrants on our shores. The dangerous men behind the flood of boat people.
These are people that shouldn't be taken lightly.
A tale of greed, threats and corruption.
How many people have you smuggled to Australia?
Well, you tell me how many.
Plus bargain basement supermarkets coming your way.
It's great news for shoppers.
Cut price competition taking on the big boys.
I think they'd be very nervous.
Saving shoppers up to 40% when Nissan presents A Current Affair.
Exactly.
And now you gotta tell the same thing to a detective.
A detective? Oh, come on, Sarge.
You were on the job, Crumb. You know the drill.
Brigadi. Hampson!
On Spin City Monday.
Your playgroup call. Pool party's on. Don't forget your floaties.
What do you do when you don't get along with a colleague?
Couples counseling.
That should work.
I'm a lame therapist. They didn't prepare me for this at fake doctor school.
Spin City, Monday. 7:30 Tuesday. Stay focused. Concentrate. Your moment is approaching. All the laughs are on Australia's funniest home video show. 7:30 Tuesday on Win.
Excuse me, your bathroom.
I'm afraid we won't have a toilet until next issue.
What a beautiful house. Your dream doll's house. The doll's house you've always wanted. Do it yourself and decorate it with miniature period furniture. Perfect, down to the last detail. Part 1, a desk and the front balcony for only $6.95. Del Prado.
Northwest Regional, an airline connecting the major centres of the Pilbara and the Kimberley. Sunday through Friday, Northwest Regional services Exmouth, Karratha, Port Hedland and Broome. For business or pleasure, travel quickly, economically, safely and in comfort. Northwest Regional. Way to go. For bookings, phone 919-213-69 or contact your local tourist bureau or travel agent.
Hurry into Harvey Norman for a bonus $150 worth of linen with selected 4-piece bedroom suites. Choose from our huge range of bed linen when you purchase one of these suites. How about the Villa 4-piece bedroom suite for $21.99 with $150 of bonus bed linen? Or the Heritage House 4-piece bedroom suite for $32.99 with $150 of bonus bed linen. What a deal! Bonus $150 of bed linen with selected 4-piece bedroom suites.
Today at 5 o'clock, come with us on a trip to London as 50 WA companies showcase their best food, wine and seafood from Western Australia. A land down under, a land of plenty. 5 o'clock today on Win Television.
So your dad's still trying to get on the net? Yeah.
Get on the internet easily with an Easy Connect pack from iNet.
Monday night at the movies. Starring Brad Pitt.
Well, it's not much, but it's dry and it's warm.
And Harrison Ford.
You got this over there, don't you?
I thought I was baptized in it.
A white-knuckle thriller.
Do you ever feel guilty about it?
That'll have you on the edge of your seat.
Did you bring this into my house? They're not gonna bring him in. They're gonna kill him.
For the first time on television.
You gotta help me find it.
The Devil's Own. 8:30 Monday on Win.
What's going on?
I think I know who tried to kill you.
And he just got away.
Tuesday, 8:30.
It's locked. Rod's up.
Haunted by a stalker.
He wants to kill me.
You have no idea who might be doing this.
No, I don't.
She can't identify him.
This is not making a lot of sense.
No one else has seen him.
He was just standing there looking at me.
Is he just a figment of her imagination?
There is no evidence this guy exists.
Tuesday, 8:30. Blue Heeler's Tasma Walton guest stars.
Jack! This is how I die.
All new Water Rats on Win.
Bridgestone invited Mr. and Mrs. Brock to help test their new tyres with Donuts technology. To make things fair, they decided that only Mrs. Brock's car would be fitted with new Donuts, and Mr. Brock would have to rely on his skill. As you can see, when it comes to stopping, skill has nothing to do with it. Donuts, unique to Bridgestone.
There's no stopping you, my love.
To share our passion for 100% farm fresh Aussie ingredients, just zip into Eagle Boys.
Nobody loves fresh like Eagle Boys.
Home of the fresh pizza.
At a farm level, there's quite a few differences between each farming enterprise. There are opportunities to attend courses and to go and talk with accountants still, and it's very, very important that people get that basic understanding. One of the great advantages is that it's going to require people to have good bookkeeping and record keeping. Ultimately, I think it has the opportunity to make things a lot simpler.
Authorised by the Commonwealth Government, Canberra.
For safer holiday driving, oops, get Bridgestone's experts to fit donuts. Tyres that'll stop you sooner. And the sooner you fit them, the better. Talk about donuts to the experts at your Bridgestone Tyre Centre.
Tuesday is the day of giving and goodwill on Third Watch.
I think he's drunk.
But family gatherings are far from peaceful.
Whatever you think of Fred, he's my husband.
The officer needs assistance.
A shooting incident.
I asked you what you can say. I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? We're partners.
Two cops with different stories.
You know, I made a statement. Now, you want me to go to the DA and turn it around?
Different morals.
All we got out there is each other. I won't perjure myself.
Third Watch, 9:30 Tuesday on Win.
Canvas area out 5 blocks. If he's hiding, we'll find him. You got it.
Kind of like it ended last time.
Let's cut to the chase. I talk, you listen.
Tuesday, it's all new. It'll put a smile back into your week.
I'm gonna need Ice packets and privacy.
Just Shoot Me, Tuesday at 8 on Win. Our House Wednesday.
The dilemma of what to do with those unused spare rooms.
Empty nesters making the most of their empty space.
They got creative.
And simple ways to impressive new surroundings.
Just got to be brave and go for it.
Our House Wednesday, 7:30 on Win.
Excuse me, your bathroom.
I'm afraid we won't have a toilet until next issue.
What a beautiful house. Your dream doll's house. The doll's house you've always wanted. Do it yourself and decorate it with miniature period furniture. Perfect, down to the last detail. Part 1, a desk and the front balcony for only $6.95. Del Prado.
No one does bargains quite like Benny.
You'd better believe it. This week I've taken 50% off Percale quality bed sheets. That's all sizes, all half price. There's quilt cover sets at just $16 for single, $20 for double, and $22 for queen size. And don't forget my Perth Glory throw rugs, cushion covers and towels.
Bring home the biggest bargains. Just ask Benny this week at Textile Traders.
There's an all-new radio station playing those wonderful songs you remember. You'll love the music on the all-new Radio 621, easy listening Bunbury.
It's awesome April at Better Electrical. This frost-free fridge from Fisher & Paykel just $1,398, or this 5-kilo washer $578. Awesome prices now at Better Electrical. Better!
Wednesday night, strap yourself in for the wildest ride on the planet.
Touchdown, tornado is on the ground. It's not going to drop anywhere near, it's going to drop right on us.
Helen Hunt.
You've never seen it miss this house or miss that house and come after you.
And Bill Paxton.
You can't explain it, you can't predict it.
In the television blockbuster that'll take your breath away.
You people are all crazy, you know that.
The atmosphere is very unstable.
We're almost there, we're almost there.
Twister premieres 8:30 Wednesday on Win.
Oh, Marion. What's wrong?
Where was it? Some things don't change.
I am so sorry, Marion.
I was a cop. A Chicago cop. This is my story.
Good Medicine, coming clean on invisible killers. Plus, are you always forgetting things?
I'm constantly losing my keys.
We'll give you something to remember. And from changing rooms to changing eyes, Good Medicine, 8 o'clock Wednesday on Win. A complete backyard makeover in 48 hours. To achieve the impossible without telling the owner. Anything's possible. Backyard Blitz premieres soon on Win. Tonight on Win, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Then following 60 Minutes, Tom Cruise and Cuba Gooding Jr. in Jerry Maguire.
First at 5, 10 News with Natasha Belling.
Tonight, Aboriginal leaders warn of violent protests during the Sydney Olympic Games after a federal government inquiry claims the stolen generation never existed. Doctors slam conditions at Princess Margaret Hospital, and Great Scott Cummings kicks himself into the record books. Good evening. First, the stolen generation's threat to disrupt the Olympics. The Howard government says it's un-Australian, but Aboriginal activists claim they have nothing to lose.
They're the stolen babies the Howard government says don't add up to a generation. But they won't be ignored, Aboriginal anger now threatening to flare during the Olympics.
Express their point
to all the visitors, the many millions that will come here, and all the sportsmen and women to not disrupt but to explain what is going on.
Aboriginal athletes could be caught in the crossfire, former Prime Minister Paul Keating attacking the official denial of a stolen generation as heartless.
Mr Howard has never worried about people's rights. That's why he opposed what we proposed on apartheid. Here he is now, he can't even admit to the fact that children in Australia were stolen.
The government accusing extremists of attempting to tarnish the Olympics.
And I think it's un-Australian. That's my personal view.
So it's un-Australian to protest, but it's not un-Australian to take people's children away.
The government says only 1 in 10 children were stolen, by definition not a generation. Others disagree.
Look, I believe there is, and it's an issue where we have to be very sympathetic. It's not a debate about how many numbers that we are talking about.
But in the wake of strong UN criticism of our race relations, the Prime Minister isn't backing away from the government's response, a review of our relations with UN committees.
If people don't like what the government I lead is doing, they will vote it out at the next election. We are a democracy.
Samantha Maiden, 10 News.
East Timorese leader Jose Ramos Horta has launched a scathing attack on Paul Keating, accusing the Keating government of practising a policy of appeasement towards the Indonesian dictatorship. Mr Ramos Horta has urged the former Prime Minister to rethink his attacks on the move to independence.
Huge ego. He wants to be talked about.
Well, a lot of people would be alive. The place wouldn't have been burnt to the ground.
Mr Keating claims a move towards autonomy rather than full independence for East Timor would have saved lives. The crisis in our health system continues, with news of doctors fleeing public hospitals and reports of serious equipment failures at Princess Margaret Hospital.
I've never known morale to be so low.
Doctors at PMH describe the system as critical. Equipment failing, medical staff leaving and funding uncertain. Last month, X-rays failed at the Children's Hospital for a day. In another incident, a machine used for sterilising equipment broke down.
That was fixed immediately, but it's a band-aid approach. You know, that was old equipment that was more or less expected at some stage to break down. Rather than proactively replacing it, you know, with, appropriate funds, we waited till it actually broke down and then it was replaced.
Among the complaints at PMH, after-hours medical staff are at critically low levels, up to 80 support staff aren't being replaced as they leave, funding for basic equipment is being sought from research funds, and even plans to switch off one set of lifts to save money. The AMA says PMH is not alone.
The system as it is at the moment, the centralised model, doesn't work.
It is simply not the case that our public hospital system is in crisis. It is the case that there are pressures within the system, and that is because of the ever-increasing demand that exists.
Surely we shouldn't be waiting for a catastrophe to happen before this government realises that the equipment in our hospitals is in urgent need of upgrade.
Cecile O'Connor, 10 News.
The Sydney police officer savagely bashed on the job last week is tonight warning the government. He says the police service needs more money and better equipment.
Battered and bruised but lucky to be alive, Senior Constable Fred Kinch concedes he has police training to thank for that.
Didn't have time to think.
Just kicked in.
It kicked in.
The highway patrolman vowing to continue his police career. That's despite being viciously bashed on Friday morning by 4 men he'd pulled over for breath testing in Sydney's outer suburbs. Senior Constable Kinch shot one of his attackers in the stomach. He was on duty alone at the time with a radio system which didn't seem to work, and is now demanding the government beef up police numbers and arm them with better equipment.
If you want the crime stopped, you've got to supply the goods. And it means spending money. If they spend the money, we'll have a better chance.
Brutal attacks on the long arm of the law are becoming more and more frequent.
Every day it's getting worse.
The bashing's continuing overnight, with one officer's nose broken during a brawl involving 60 teenagers in Sydney's southern suburbs. While on the New South Wales Central Coast, yet another officer is nursing a nasty injury after being hit on the back of the head with a soft drink bottle.
Police officers should not be punched about because they're police officers.
doing their duty.
The Police Association says the violence on the streets makes an upgrade of the police radio system urgent. Darren Roberts, 10 News.
And tributes flowing today after the death of well-known actor Bunny Brooke, who has lost her fight with cancer. Bunny was best known for her roles in Number 96 and E Street. Bunny won 3 Logies in a career spanning over 60 years. Now to sport, and Eagles full forward Scott Cummings set a club record for goals, doing very well at what he gets paid to do.
Directly in front, should kick it, does kick it. Behind the goals, through it goes, it came over the top, taken high, Banfield, doesn't matter. Going from 40, we're right behind this kick, and it's gun barrel straight. He's got 4. Scott Cummings kicks from 40, and I think he likes it. His career best is 8 a few times. He's on career best pace. Like him from here too. We're right behind it. Splits the middle. Cummings going at number 8.
And let's see if he can put through another one. Well, I think the crowd says that all.
Scotty Cummings setting out after Peter Simich's all-time record as he gets number 10. And he's got it. He's got it.
You can tell by the crowd.
That's 12. All sorts of records riding on this kick. Runs around, goes with a check side. Scott Cummings has got 13. Going at number 14. The best ever by an Eagle.
And now today's other top stories in sport with Matthew White.
Natasha, Australia is on the verge of yet another Test cricket win. The Aussies need 73 runs for victory in the 3rd Test against New Zealand. Adam Gilchrist with 10 dismissals behind the stumps for the match, another record. Martina Hingis has claimed her 28th career title on the World Tennis Tour, beating Lindsay Davenport in the final of the Ericsson Open in Miami, but Davenport remains the world #1. And Manchester United shows why they are the best club side in the world. The Red Devils scoring 7 goals against West Ham in the Premier League. All the details and today's footy. Sports tonight at 5:30. Natasha?
Thanks, Matthew. Still to come in 10 News, the government pledges millions to fight the scourge salinity. And the Qantas jet, which slid off a Bangkok runway last December, lands safely in Sydney.
Tonight,
It'll make a big difference to my life.
the hot seat's fired up with a new set of punters.
Let's have a look at the question.
How far can they go?
Questions away from winning $1 million.
Find out on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire tonight on Win.
It's Easter time again, and this year the Easter Bunny's left the best of his Easter treats at Woolworths, the fresh food people. So if you're looking for the biggest range and the finest quality eggs, hop on down to Woolworths, where there's an Easter wonderland waiting just for you. Have a happy and safe Easter, everybody.
My dad wants a pre-emergent herbicide that's come right down in price, so now it's even better value for money than those other advertised.
Stop. It's as easy to use as it is to say.
There's only one thing greater than the great outdoors. The sheer size and range you'll find at Kalgoorlie Caravan and Camping, like igloo and companion products. For the ultimate air cushion comfort all day long, work hard, play hard with Rossi boots. Over 12 different models of Down Under swags on display. Engel portable fridges and freezers, legends in reliability. Aussie-made Kakadu, both practical and fashionable. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. So if you want to work or play, get into Kalgoorlie Caravan and Camping.
Creating precious things takes dedication, a commitment to excellence, and a keen eye. At Morgan's, creating wealth for our clients begins with commitment, dedication, and a keen eye for an opportunity backed up by thorough research in financial planning, share acquisition, superannuation, and portfolio management to ensure your future has a real shine to it. Morgan's, we create wealth for our clients.
I'm John Hughes and I'm proud to present the biggest range of pre-owned commercial vehicles in WA, all SGIO auto-checked. So deal with the biggest and get the best from Skipper Mitsubishi, just over the causeway in Victoria Park.
The secret world of teenagers.
I tried to commit suicide.
The fears they don't dare tell.
I kept the secret. I did that and he died.
And the public life of the very private Jodie Foster.
If there's an opportunity to feel guilty, I'll find it.
Tonight on 60 Minutes.
Melbourne police are hunting a bandit who robbed a convenience store twice in 3 days. The robber entered the 7-Eleven store in the CBD early this morning and elbowed a female customer out of the way before producing a knife. He then tried to jump the counter, but the attendant, who was also on duty when the store was robbed on Friday, hit the man with a plastic display case. He ran from the store. This time, though, he was empty-handed. A renewed attack on the state's worst enemy today, the government pledging millions more to fight salinity. But while ruling out a compulsory levy, authorities say more needs to be done.
If nothing is done to address salinity, in just 70 years, WA would lose agricultural areas covering the size of Tasmania, or the equivalent of more than 6 million football ovals.
Left to right, we'll go the west coast.
But the government claims to have sounded the siren on the state's worst environmental hazard, today launching a new salinity strategy, providing an additional $3.6 million. Not enough, according to those fighting the crisis.
The state government have offered us less than half today.
We think the government's only addressed the issue, not tackled it. Needs a whole lot more funds and they've only built half the bridge.
While claiming the salinity issue affects every West Australian, the government has ruled out a compulsory levy. Now under consideration, a voluntary levy.
Well, the proposal that the Salinity Council has come up with is to consider introducing a voluntary levy that community-minded citizens would pay.
A voluntary levy really wouldn't raise much money, and you either have a levy or you don't have a levy.
The government says it'll also consider fighting the white scourge with further funds from the sale of Telstra and Westrail Freight.
I'll be working very, very hard and putting a lot of pressure on government to come up with that extra funding that has been indicated today.
Mignon Henny, 10 News.
Calls tonight for Melbourne's disgraced Riverside nursing home to reopen its doors. Despite residents being bathed in kerosene, families want the government to reconsider.
Changing its name to Gladsville Lodge and bringing in new staff. Just some of the measures red-faced owners of the Riverside nursing home are promising. Families are calling on Aged Care Minister Bronwyn Bishop to reconsider her decision to relocate residents already shuffled to St Vincent's Hospital to yet another home.
The best way is to get her out of the office and put someone in with a bit of compassion.
Under the multi-million-dollar plan, Gladsville will boast 20 double and single rooms, all with an ensuite. Owners are adamant practices including bathing residents in kerosene are a thing of the past.
The solution that we're offering is not only a first-class solution, but clearly, indisputably the logical one they must go with.
Open it up. Look at the severe shortage of nursing homes in Victoria. We have a facility that can be ready in 3 weeks. We are demanding this facility be opened.
The government refused the application on the grounds that residents had to be moved to a high-quality facility as soon as possible.
I think they're in a bind. I don't think they know how to get out of it. I suppose the Japanese say they have to save face.
Across the nation, at least 300 nursing homes have failed to meet a deadline for accreditation, raising concerns many won't accept the new standard scheme. While admitting many will be forced to shut their doors, the Australian Nursing Home Association maintains most will comply.
Our concerns are that the government works with industry to address these issues, the closures, things that are happening. We don't like to see any facilities closed.
The accreditation deadline is expected to be extended. Martine Griffiths, 10 News.
Proving a point this morning, the boss of Qantas braved the first flight of the 747 that crash-landed last year off a Bangkok runway. He says the airline's as safe as ever, but 6 months on, there's still no explanation for the accident.
It's been a turbulent 12 months for the airline that prides itself on a pristine safety record. In the past year, Qantas has had an escape chute open mid-flight, a double engine failure, livestock fatalities in a cargo hold, and the most serious in September last year. A Boeing 747 carrying 391 passengers overshot a runway at Bangkok Airport.
We're concerned to maintain our reputation, and hence we're being very upfront about this aircraft.
This morning, a stunt to prove that the plane involved is just as safe as any other. Qantas Chief Executive James Strong, the lone passenger on the recently repaired aircraft. He made the journey from Asia, where the plane's been since that rain-drenched horror landing, the jumbo coming to rest on a Thai golf course.
The work that was done on this aircraft had to be done in Bangkok because that's where the accident occurred.
The plane sustained substantial damage to the nose gear, electronics bay, engine pods and lower fuselage. Today restored to near new condition, the jumbo was back on home soil. The Australian Transport Safety Bureau is still investigating why the overrun landing occurred. Cost to repair the aircraft, around 100 million Australian dollars.
The landing was excellent, very routine and straightforward, and the captain was pleased with it.
The jumbo will undergo further internal safety checks before returning to the Qantas fleet next week. Justin Wiley, 10 News.
The bodies of 32 Russian soldiers killed in an ambush in Chechnya have finally been recovered. As the conflict drags on, the UN Commissioner for Human Rights, Mary Robinson, has arrived in Chechnya to investigate war crimes at the hand of Russian forces.
Mary Robinson could barely move. So many people wanted to talk to her and tell her what had happened. Amid the grim surroundings of this refugee camp on the borders of Chechnya, they poured out their pain and frustration in the hope that she can help. Many civilians are still too scared to return home. Mary Robinson heard for herself their stories of fear and brutal mistreatment at the hands of Russian troops. But Moscow's war is far from over. These Russian soldiers, injured by Chechen rebels, are being flown home for urgent treatment. Today, Russian television showed the names of dozens of Russian dead, recovered after a Chechen ambush earlier this week. The army's frustration may well have been vented on Chechen prisoners in the detention camps Mary Robinson will see tomorrow. Here inside Chechnya, it's alleged, Russian troops carried out atrocities, beating, torturing and even killing rebels and civilians alike. Despite their fears, some refugees are returning to Grozny, trying to eke out a living amid the wreckage of their homes.
Mary Robinson says she's been shocked by what she's seen today. What she wants now is a serious investigation by the Kremlin to prove that it's paying more than just lip service to respect for human rights.
Riot police have fired tear gas to break up violent clashes in Zimbabwe between thousands of anti-government demonstrators and supporters of President Robert Mugabe. The confrontation broke out when veterans of Zimbabwe's 1970s independence war ambushed protesters. Several demonstrators were injured. The crowd of up to 10,000 people scattered after police moved in and started using tear gas. More than 40,000 people have taken to the streets of Birmingham in England to protest against BMW's recent sale of Rover. The decision could cost up to 50,000 jobs in the region. BMW says it's selling because the British manufacturer has lost $7 billion since the German company bought Rover in 1994. 30 years after the Beatles split up, the three surviving band members are reportedly reuniting to write the Fab Four's story. London Sunday Telegraph says Sir Paul McCartney, George Harrison and Ringo Starr will make an estimated $2.6 billion from the book. It's expected to set the record straight on why they split up, as well as the stories behind the fame. Still to come here on 10, North Queensland braces itself as Cyclone Tessie closes in. And the shark feeding frenzy continues off the Queensland coast.
8:30 tonight.
What's up? Came here to fire you, Jerry.
You are not a loser.
Are you a football player?
Put Jerry Maguire on the phone. You are the man.
For the first time in my professional life, I'm part of something.
Know what it's like to be me out here for you.
Starring Tom Cruise, Cuba Gooding Jr.
Show me the money.
And Renee Zellweger.
Show me the money!
For the first time on Win Television, Jerry Maguire, 8:30 tonight.
It's easy. Easy for me. DBC. It's easy. Easy for me. DBC. It's easy for me. It's easy.
Urban Bull Bars want you to be safe and protected when driving on country roads. Because the last thing you want is a kangaroo in your lap. Talk to Urban Bull Bars about a WA-made bull bar for your car, ute, light commercial, four-wheel drive or truck. Urban Bull Bars also supply and fit a range of roo bars, nudge bars or tray bodies. Protect your vehicle, drive with confidence, invest in an Urban Bull Bar. Call today or contact one of our agents in your area.
For nearly 20 years, Ross Squire Homes has built stylish individual homes in the hills, country towns and in the northwest. Their wide range of quality home designs like this Queenslander combine modern living inside with a classic heritage look outside. The spacious living areas are perfect for entertaining or just relaxing. And their designers have cooked up a dream kitchen. It's country living at its best. For innovation, value and excellence, call Ross Squire Homes. They're the leaders in frame home builders.
Hyundai Excel is running out with free air, $1,495 of on-road costs included, more power, all for only $13,990. So be quick, this is your last chance to buy Excel, the best-selling small car for the last 5 years.
New Imodium Advanced now has 2 active ingredients. Together, they relieve diarrhea and associated pain faster than ever before. So you'll spend a lot less time suffering and a lot more time getting on with life. New Imodium Advanced for faster relief from diarrhea and associated pain.
It was the potential for growth that made the Golts change to a rotary dairy. With the help of the bank, they now have the opportunity to expand and diversify. With a changing market, their future is looking bright.
Need help from someone who knows what it's like back on the land? Make it happen with the bank.
In Brisbane, a 13-year-old boy led police on a car chase through city streets last night. He was driving a stolen vehicle erratically through the city centre just after midnight. As the youth sped away from police, he lost control of the car. It ploughed into the back of a taxi containing 2 tourists who were shaken but otherwise unhurt. Far north Queensland is again on cyclone alert. Cyclone Tessie expected to cross the coast early tomorrow morning.
She may have been declared a cyclone on April Fool's Day, but Tessie is no joke. Supermarkets busy this morning as residents stocked up on supplies. Although just a Category 1 system, the weakest on a scale of 1 to 5, she's continuing to intensify and residents of the far north have been warned to expect another drenching.
This system is pretty well developed, covering a larger area and will not peter her out.
The cyclone warning extends from Innisfail to Bowen. The system expected to cross the coast sometime in the early hours of Monday morning.
We're going to have rain, a bit of wind, trees going across power lines. So the best idea would be have some sort of form of alternative electrical power, certainly because the main problem is going to be at night.
It's the 4th cyclone threat for the far north this year. The biggest, Cyclone Steve, struck Cairns in February before it reformed and went on to cause problems across the top end of Australia. Teresa Rockley-Hogan, 10 News.
3 more Queensland beaches were closed during the day, with the shark scare north and south of Brisbane driving swimmers away from the surf. Up to 20 sharks were reported feeding on schools of baitfish off the Sunshine Coast.
Again today, sharks caused concern off southern Queensland beaches as they fed on kilometre-long schools of baitfish.
Where there's baitfish, there's bigger fish, and where there's bigger fish, there's sharks.
This one was trapped in the net off Caloundra, but 20 others were spotted beyond the breakers off Sunrise Beach.
They won't come in past the lot of breakers out there, not when there's all that fish out there for them to eat.
But last week, one did come in, biting a chunk from the leg of a Gold Coast surfer. Now lifesavers aren't taking any chances, closing beaches until the baitfish and the sharks move on.
The potential is a lot higher. The chance of getting attacked or bitten by a shark is fairly low, but when there's a lot of baitfish around, the percentages are a bit higher, so we've got to be fairly cautious.
The run of bait is not unusual, but the schools are bigger than normal. Mark Sulo, 10 News.
The weather's next here on 10, then it's Sports Tonight with Matthew White.
And we've got all the footy highlights, details and reaction coming up, plus rally cars and rugby and a slippery track in Malaysia for the 250cc. Sports Tonight is soon.
Monday night at the movies. Starring Brad Pitt.
Well, it's not much, but it's dry and it's warm.
And Harrison Ford.
You got this over here, don't you?
Hi.
Like I was baptised in it.
A white-knuckle thriller
Do you ever feel guilty about it?
that'll have you on the edge of your seat.
Did you bring this into my house? They're not gonna bring him in. They're gonna kill him.
For the first time on television.
You gotta help me find him.
The Devil's Own, 8:30 Monday on Win.
Creating precious things.
3,000 killer bees. She was walking along a street near her Las Vegas home when the swarm covered her arms, chest and head. And at 70, Rolf Harris and his wobble board are enjoying a quite amazing revival in London. Full details on those stories in the late news at 11:25.
Sunday, it's the biggest pop stars yet.
This is really what we've been waiting for.
From shooting their album cover
All this adrenaline's running through
to the world premiere of their video clip.
No one told me not to put the fork in.
Can the girls make the grade? Pop Stars Sunday on GWN.
Girls, eating Tim Tams in your Jim Jams, good one. Look what I find for you, talent. I'm fine.
3 wishes.
Girls, we've got company. I wish you'd dressed up for us.
I wish you were on the other side of the world. Oops. You better wish him back. Call from Vladivostok.
On its Tim Tam, what more could you want?
Been injured in a car accident? Believe you are the innocent victim? As a driver, passenger or pedestrian, you may be entitled to a lump sum compensation payment. Phone solicitor Simon Walters for your free initial consultation now.
Hurry into Harvey Norman and buy furniture and bedding with no deposit and no interest for 24 months and no repayments for 12 months. That's right, no deposit with no interest for 24 months and no repayments for 12 months on all furniture and bedding, lounge and dining furniture, bedding and bedroom suites, everything you need to make your house a comfortable home. What a deal! No deposit with no interest for 24 months and no repayments for 12 months. Available to approved customers now at Harvey Norman.
It's Rodeo time at Edwards Holden Katanning, and I have 4 pre-price rise Rodeos available. 2 dual cabs, 2 traybacks, all 4x4 diesel and all ready to go. If you're in the market for a new ute, go no further than Edwards Holden Katanning. We have attractive finance packages tailored to suit your individual needs and a huge colour range as long as it's white. Remember, there's only 4, so be quick. Edwards Holden Katanning, where the kettle's always boiled and the fridge is always full.
If you're interested in the cattle business, you shouldn't miss the Wesfarmers Dalgety Cattle Bonanza and the Autumn Dairy Fair, Saturday, April 1st. Held at the Brunswick Showgrounds, these prestigious events give local breeders a comparison of quality in various breeds, whilst allowing the public to see and purchase the very best from WA's beef and dairy industries. The Wesfarmers Dalgety Cattle Bonanza and the 2000 Autumn Dairy Fair. See both events on the one big day, Saturday, April 1st.
Good news. From April, you can avoid the gap with HBF Medical Gap Cover. Are you with HBF?
Sorry about the surprise. I would have called first, but I was afraid.
I'd run off. It's not my style, remember?
But it's mine. Is that...
Hello, Chris Barth with a 7 Sport update. Olympic legend Dawn Fraser has been awarded life membership of the New South Wales Olympic Council. AFL chief Wayne Jackson has launched a scathing attack on Collingwood president Eddie Maguire over crowd problems at Colonial Stadium. And Leighton Hewitt has beaten Yevgeny Kafelnikov, advancing to the quarterfinals of the Masters Tennis Series in Miami. And that's the sports news to now.
Introducing Sabrina, the 20-something witch. Latte. She's suave, sophisticated, and...
I'm thinking about kids and a career. Mister, I want it all. Now, I need to know, are you in it for the long haul? Screaming baby, stretch marks, the works?
Sabrina, Friday, 7:30. Then at 8.
Small things amuse small minds.
This is what I call 1,000 years of progress. A cream dog that's self-microwaving.
And talking about small things...
Look what life was like before genetic engineering.
Those poor 20th century women.
Futurama, Friday.
Look at this new range of table lamp.
$9.95 each.
Super adhesive vinyl floor tiles, only $29.95 a pack. Covers 4.5 square metres. New shipment of Koya mats, plain $3.49 each. Printed from $9.95 each.
Mentos, the fresh maker.
Good news. From April, you can avoid the gap with HBF Medical Gap Cover. Are you with HBF?
Hey, Warren, watch me slide.
No, Felicity. Don't go near the slide.
Felicity!
Nothing's cheesier than the new Pizza Hut pan pizzas. Now with 20% more mozzarella.
Pizza Hut!
The Honda CR-V. The most versatile car you'll see on television.
Play on for the car. I will. He's coming back.
What an idea.
It's hard to know what you should do. Do you know what I think? I think...
Don't let another minute go by without spending an hour with us. Because in around an hour, a Challenge Bank financial advisor can help you with your investment, super, retirement and insurance needs and make recommendations. Then you'll know exactly where you're headed financially.
Do you know what I think? I think you should just go ahead and do it.
Want clear financial advice? We're with you.
Australia's most exciting fishing competition returns. Have you got what it takes to be a legend? The 4th annual Shimano Fishing Legends competition at Echo Beach, April 27 to 30. Entries from tackle shops or Echo Beach. For friendly and efficient service, Western QBE Albany have local people to look after your insurance needs. For a better quote on your home and car insurance, contact one of our friendly team today on 9841 4344.